Okay, so here is an example of my game running. As you can see, I have a dual screen set up, and I have two clients of my game open right now, and they're both at the login screen. And I actually started a fresh server because I wanted to show you what I have going on. Most of what I'm doing here is just an effort in demonstrating packets getting transferred back and forth from my game client to the database that I've set up, and I have several programs running right now to ensure that's happening. One is actually the server, which I wrote in JavaScript. You can see down here, I wrote a new project. It's basically an IDE. You can see I wrote several files, and all these files are just taking care of separate tasks for the server. I can go through stuff in more detail if you have any questions later. Most of what I did is kind of a hodgepodge of tutorials right now just to get this kind of personal project running. So I'll just start the game up right now. I'm going to log in with a username. I haven't made one yet, so I'll create one. And I'll do Mike. Password, keep it really simple for this tutorial, just A, and I'll register, and you'll see it'll pop up. It'll say, register success, please log in. So I say, okay, I log in, and now I'm in my game world. Starting X and Y positions are a little messed up right now, but you can see I made a little character running around. And that by itself isn't that impressive. I just have a little character that can run in all 8 directions on a 2-dimensional plane. But the interesting thing is if I go back into my server now, you can see down here in the console, I have all this stuff saying interpret POS, which is my position. So it's actually responding to my game. Every time I move the character in game, it'll move the position, it'll update the positions, which actually updates in my server. Let's see here. So as you can see, I have one object in my server. This single object has a lot of things. Username and password, Mike and A, which we expected. Sprite, the sprite I drew. Current room is the world that he's living in, technically. And then my position X and Y on the screen. And those will stay persistently when I turn the game off. So now I'm going to go ahead and log in on another account as another username. So I'll pick June, since you are who I'm talking to right now about this. And your password will be A as well, just to keep it simple. And I'm going to register you. It says registration successful, please log in. So I'm going to log in. Again, faulty starting location, but I can fix that a little later. It's not too hard. Now as you can see in the game world, I'm looking around for the character that I had played with earlier, the Mike character. So we'll go back here and you can see that you're registering on my screen. Now if I move my character, you can actually see your character starts to react. That's a little bit of a glitch, but I'll fix that later. That's just part of the process of this. So now we'll go back to your screen, and you can actually see my character on your screen. And I'm moving him on my screen, so he can go off your screen. So now we go back into the database, and I'll refresh it. And you can see there's another object here. This object, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that it's the username June, password A, and your position X and Y are different. And I guess I'll post the JavaScript code on GitHub so you can take a look at some of that. It's just some simple code that that does the packet handling. Stuff that I'm trying to learn. I'm not really familiar with most of this, but just stuff to learn. And then my favorite thing about this is something that I made. It's right here. It's an old video game controller, but I made it wireless. So we can go turn that on. And if you look over here at my game, and I don't know, get the controller in the shot, you can see my character moving when I press the buttons on the controller. And you can see it's fully wireless. I set that up with a Bluetooth controller, which I programmed. Kind of something I wanted since I was a kid, so I made it. And I guess that'll just conclude the tutorial, or the showing of this program, and kind of where I'm at with it. And we'll discuss more, and I can explain parts of it as you will see fit. Thanks.